The transport ship Soul Runner drifted through the quiet shimmer of the outer trade lanes as a human technician named Luke checked a misbehaving diagnostic drone. Luke had been hired by the Imperial Envoy fleet of the Etherian domain because humans were famous for improvising under pressure. He liked clean tools, quiet work, and staying far away from politics, which was why he was horrified to learn that he had been scheduled for a diplomatic medical demonstration. He had no idea that this small event would shape the future of two interstellar powers and redefine his very ordinary life. The Etherian were a tall and elegant species whose biology reacted strangely to the hybrid medical systems used across the galaxy. To soothe diplomatic tensions, the human delegation had offered a demonstration of an experimental, regenerative stabilizer designed to repair genetic fractures. Luke had only been assigned because the lead biologist had collapsed from exhaustion and someone needed to run the machine. He followed instructions line by line, never guessing that one mislabeled vial carried far more than simple stabilizing compounds. The noblewoman scheduled for treatment was Lady Mira, daughter of High Matron Leora, a figure whose presence could silence an entire chamber. Mira stepped into the medical chamber with calm grace, and Luke activated the stabilizer module as he had practiced. The machine hummed, pulsed with a soft violet glow, and then delivered a gentle mist of nanofibers meant to reinforce cellular integrity. Only when alarms flickered did Luke realize something was off. The vial he had used was from the sealed vault containing Etherian lineage catalysts, a resource used only in sacred rites. The regenerative system had integrated the catalyst into Myra's system, triggering an ancient biological protocol that initiated hereditary transfer. Luke panicked, Mira fainted, and the chamber filled with worried attendants. Medical analysis confirmed what no one had ever intended. Mira was carrying a developing lineage seed equivalent to an Etherian child. Witnesses scrambled to assign blame, but scans showed Luke had made no malicious choice. He had simply followed mislabeled instructions. A diplomatic crisis, however, did not care about innocence. The Etherian domain took lineage extremely seriously. A noble line could not simply appear without structure, legitimacy, and tradition. That meant Myra's lineage seed required a recognized counterpart, and by their ancient law, that counterpart was Luke. He was summoned to stand before High Matron Leora, who radiated authority the way a star radiated heat. Luke expected shouting or threats, but Leora regarded him with unsettling calm. She informed him that the catalyst had bonded to his genetic trace due to human adaptability. This made him the secondary parent of Myra's future offspring, a status that carried immense ceremonial weight. Luke swallowed hard and said he had never intended this, but the Etherian legal codex did not account for intention. He would either acknowledge his role or spark an interstellar dispute. Mira awoke with confusion, but no anger. She looked at Luke and saw not a threat, but someone terrified of the repercussions. She recognized that the accident had come from a flawed archive and outdated labeling, not malice. Her calm acceptance did more to steady Luke's nerves than any official assurance. She requested he sit beside her in the medical garden, and he did so quietly. As they talked, Mira learned his fears, and he learned her hopes. She explained that lineage seeds developed partly through emotional resonance. This meant the parents needed at least an understanding between them. Their bond, surprisingly, formed faster than expected, built on honesty and mutual support rather than romance. The High Court saw this and approved a formal union pact, one which Luke signed with hesitant but sincere commitment. Luke believed the worst was over. He was wrong. When High Matron Leora requested a private meeting, he assumed it was for official matters like guardianship structures or diplomatic coordination. Instead, Leora revealed a truth only the senior ruling circle knew. The domain was facing a hereditary crisis due to declining resonance in older noble lines. Her own lineage was weakening, and the emergence of a human compatible with catalyst bonding was unprecedented. She stated that the stability of the domain might hinge on discovering whether Luke's adaptability could restore resonance beyond a single case. Luke froze. He asked if she expected a second lineage seed, but she clarified her intention carefully. She sought a ceremonial resonance bond, not a physical union. Etherian lineage transfer used harmonic fields, not human methods. Her request was political and scientific, not romantic. Still, the implications made Luke's stomach twist. He had already become an accidental symbol. Now he was being asked to become a stabilizing pillar for a civilization he barely understood. Luke asked why she trusted him. Leora answered that humans were known across the galaxy for thriving under pressure and creating solutions where others saw collapse. She noted that Myra's emotional balance had improved with Luke's presence, and so had the growth metrics of the developing lineage seed. If he refused, nothing terrible would happen immediately, but the domain might lose generational stability within decades. Luke realized this was not about biology, but about hope. He requested time to think. Leora granted it, though her calm gaze revealed she already suspected his answer. Luke returned to Myra, who listened as he recounted his conversation with her mother. Myra did not pressure him. She simply noted that the domain's traditions were heavy, and that her mother carried the weight of them alone. Luke felt a pang of empathy. Even powerful leaders could feel fear, and he saw it now in Leora's request. He walked through the palace gardens, thinking about his old life. On Earth, he had been a quiet technician with no grand role. In the domain, he was a symbol of unexpected unity. Humans were often underestimated, considered chaotic and reckless. But they were also resilient. Luke decided that running away would betray the trust Mira had shown him and the responsibility he now carried. When he returned to Leora, she watched him silently. He stated that he would accept the ceremonial bond, but only if it did not override Myra's needs or safety. Leora inclined her head, a gesture of deep respect in her culture. She assured him that the ceremonial bond would be performed with full transparency and with Myra's consent. Together they defined boundaries, terms, and conditions, turning a frightening request into a structured partnership. The ceremony was held in the Harmonic Hall, a place where ancient resonance crystals pulsed with faint inner light. Luke stood at the center as Myra and Leora joined him, each placing a hand near the crystalline core. When the resonance activated, Luke felt a warm sensation travel through him. It was neither painful nor overwhelming. It felt like standing in sunlight after a long night. The hall glowed as three harmonics aligned. Observers gasped as the crystals displayed shapes never before recorded in Etherian history. After the ceremony, new data revealed that Luke's human adaptability created a stabilizing frequency with both Mira and Leora. The domain scientists predicted a new era of lineage renewal. Luke felt relieved that the bond worked without causing harm. Mira embraced him with quiet gratitude. Leora offered him the formal title of Resonant Partner, a role that placed him between worlds, but not beneath either. News of the event spread across the galaxy. Some species saw it as proof that humans possessed unusual potential. Others feared that humanity would become a dominant influence. Diplomats argued, critics complained, and analysts wrote endless reports. Meanwhile, Luke visited Mira daily, learning to support her as the lineage seed matured. He found himself laughing more often, relaxing into his new role without losing himself. Mira and Luke developed a genuine friendship built on trust and shared responsibility. She valued his humility, and he admired her steadiness. They walked through palace gardens, discussing cultures, food, and stories. The lineage seed grew steadily, reflecting the harmony between them. Luke's presence helped Mira remain calm, while her confidence helped him adapt to court life. Leora occasionally joined him, offering advice without dominating the conversation. Her earlier request no longer carried tension. Instead, she treated Luke as an equal partner in shaping the future of the domain. Her respect helped him feel less alien in a place of towering halls and ancient customs. Luke found that he no longer feared her authority. He saw the person behind the title. As time passed, Luke became a bridge between humanity and the Etherean. He helped establish new educational programs, shared engineering techniques, and explained human culture with humor and clarity. Etherean scientists marveled at the flexibility of human biology, and human diplomats marveled at the depth of Etherean traditions. The bond between the species strengthened in a way no treaty could have achieved. When the lineage seed entered its final stabilization phase, the domain held a quiet celebration. Myra thanked Luke again for standing by her, despite the accidental origin of their connection. Luke replied that accidents often revealed hidden paths. He realized he had discovered purpose far beyond what he imagined. He had not only helped Mira and Leora, but had helped heal an entire civilization. In the years that followed, Luke remained at the heart of the domain's renewal. He raised the lineage child with Mira's guidance, teaching both human creativity and Etherean wisdom, the ceremonial resonance with Leora's strength.